Evening, Professor. This is Yair. This is a quick video on the RSI Trading Module I've been working on. So here I have a one-day test from the strategy tester. There's a couple trades already implemented here. And as you can see, the trades, most of them are green, meaning they all took a $10 profit. I set the take profit for 1 pip, and for testing purposes I set the stop loss for 15 pips, so it doesn't go into an immediate stop loss before it enters a take profit. So the way I have the algorithm is, let's take a look at this one, for example. So the way I have it set is, the first thing, it checks the 2 previous candlesticks to make sure that it's going into an uptrend. So for example, it checks the opening price of this candlestick and the closing price of this candlestick, indicating a rising candlestick for this candlestick, and checks for this candlestick before entering a trade here. And the second thing it does is it checks the RSI values for these 2 candlesticks. So it checks this point and it checks this point here, and it makes sure that this value for this candlestick is above this value from this candlestick, indicating that there's a definite rising trend happening with the RSI. And the third thing it does is that, based on Gordon's specifications from his documentation, is that it checks that these RSI values that I'm comparing here are above the 50 line. So here we have the 70 and the 30, meaning that 2 RSI values need to be above the 50 line, indicating a strong probability of a rising trend. So it checks that this one here is above 50, so it's 53.34, and this one is 75.30, so they're definitely both above 50. And now the fourth thing it does is that it makes sure that before we make a trade on this candlestick, it makes sure that the RSI value for this one is above 66.6, as Gordon specified on his written document that he made for strategy 1. He indicated that when the RSI value is above 66.6, it's a good confirmation from the RSI that there's going to be a rising trend. So that's what it does. It checks, and this value here is 78.32. So based on those 4 strong indicators, getting into this candlestick is a good entry point for the RSI. So it enters here and it takes a 1 pip profit of $10, and every other position you see here does the same exact thing. Right here, right here, right here, and right here, it just took 2 candlesticks to get that 1 pip. So this is just a one-day memo. I mean, sorry, a one-day demo test for the RSI. I'm going to show you the code here. So this is pretty much the logic that I described just now. So here, this is the second candlestick it checks before the trade. Make sure that the close is above the open, and then this does the same thing for the previous the other previous candlestick, making sure that its closing price is above its opening price, indicating a rising candlestick. And then this is the RSI value for what this candlestick is, and then the same thing for this is the RSI value for the candlestick for this, and it makes sure that the RSI value for this one is above this one, indicating a rising trend. And now here it checks this RSI value should be above 50, and then this other RSI value should also be above 50, and then it checks the candlestick that we're going to open our trade in, which is 0, indicating the current candlestick should be above 66.6, indicating a good entry point to open a trade. And this is a confirmation signal, meaning that in the current candle, if the price is above the candlestick, it's a good strong confirmation to open a trade at that moment, because it's confirming that it's more likely to go up that 1 pip that we're looking for. And here, this is just a variable to make sure that only one trade is open per candlestick, because if I take this out, it would execute more than one trade per candlestick, since I have it set to check every tick. This used to be false and I set it to true. And that pretty much, so for example here, in the open, this is what I meant by the last confirmation signal. So here it opens, and if it keeps on going, if it goes up, it's a good moment to open the trade and then take the profit here. Same thing happened here. It opened here, it went up a bit, it opened, and I took the profit. Same for these other ones. Boom, boom. So that way it doesn't. So that way if it goes down here, it doesn't open the trade, because we don't know if it's going to keep going down and never go back up again. Same thing is done here and here and here. And that's pretty much it. What I have. Everything is seems like it's working fine. The code still needs to be cleaned up a bit, but that's pretty much the working code I have so far. Thank you.